Hello, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Louisa and I'm a spiritualist medium. And I have over 30 years experience both in the psychic, paranormal and mediumship arena, really. So I'm coming to you today to speak to you about mediumship and the 5 steps to mediumship, or the path really of mediumship, because I felt that this really needed to be addressed, because I come across so many of my students who are disappointed that they're not perhaps making enough progress as quickly as they would like to. And really, the mediumship is a lifetime, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, it's a lifetime's journey. And there's 5 points that I really wanted to share with you today, so that you can become aware of the steps really that have been taken throughout time with the development of mediumship. And the first one is the foundations, putting the foundations in. And what do I mean by that? I mean that we are developing, we're becoming aware of our own spirit, we're becoming aware of our own energy, the energy of other people, developing ourselves. Perhaps we have to go through a bit of a healing process as well, just to let go of a lot of stuff that we've accumulated through our life and perhaps haven't healed or haven't been aware of. And it can block us or stop us from progressing, not just in mediumship, but in our life as well. So this is a very profound and essential part of mediumship. And I wanted to speak to you about in that path, the number 1 step, the inner self. We are learning how to master the mind. We're learning how to focus our mind. And why is this important? Well, if you look at the magician, for example, the magician has a wand. And at the end of that wand, it usually comes to a point. And what is the magician doing when he or she is holding that wand? They are focusing. That wand really is a tool to focus their energy, their mind upon that tool, to direct the energy in a very pointed, focused and powerful way. So when we are developing as a healer, as a medium, as a psychic, whatever we're doing along that path, really focusing the mind is essential to being able to have power and to be able to deliver and channel energy, where even if we're doing healing, to channel that energy in the way that is right and powerful and more focused from the spirit world. So we become clearer, we become purer, we become more spiritualized. And not only does it help with our spiritual development, but it also helps with us as a person, finding our own contentment, our own happiness, our inner peace, if you like. Because when we're mastering the mind, we are controlling thoughts. We are being discerning about what thoughts we let in and what thoughts we delete and let go of. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is, I really feel it's about the mechanics of what we're doing. It's the foundations. It's starting to understand why we are and how things work. So why we're doing something and how it's working. It's so important in all aspects of life to know how something works, so we can understand it. So we're not just doing it blindly. Someone says to you, okay, so expand your auric field and get a link with spirit. Okay, but if you know the mechanics behind that, of how that process is actually functioning and working within you and in the spirit world, it's a whole different ball game, because now you have knowledge. Now you know how it's working and not just being told to do it. So the foundations and the mechanics of how it's working are so essential. The third one is about developing psychic awareness. Now, psychic awareness, we've all born psychic. We all have that intuitive feeling, that knowing, that gut feeling. And we all have those centers of the chakras. Now, the clairvoyance, you can be a psychic and still be You don't have to be, you know, a medium to be clairvoyant. A psychic can be clairvoyant as well. So it's clear seeing, it's the third eye. And when you start to develop your psychic awareness, what you're really developing is all of the centers, the power centers within you, to be able to become brighter, to be able to become more in tune with your clairvoyance, with your clairaudience, clear speaking and hearing, opening up the chakras so that you can become more sensitized to energy, so that you can pick up messages from your higher self, your inner self, from your spirit guides. We start to really connect in psychic awareness with spirit guides as well. So amazing step, and a very essential one. They're all essential, and everybody will take these steps in their own time. And number 4, sorry, that is number 3, 4. Hang on a second. Okay, so the next one, so you've started to develop your psychic awareness. The 4th one is about your psychic development. So starting to work with tools, starting to work with the pendulum, starting to work with scrying, the cards, the oracle cards, the tarot, whatever it is that so starting to practice with colour, feeling, seeing the auric field, learning about how it all works. It's such an exciting phase. All of it is incredible, but it must be taken step by step. The 5th one is about learning how to blend with spirit, learning how to connect with spirit within, as in mediumship. So expanding your auric field, expanding your awareness, opening up your chakras with the intention to invite spirit in, so you can start to become and start to channel. Now that is a process that everybody has different levels of ability. We have to be aware of that. We're not all the same. And I always talk to people about that in my circles and my seminars and my classes, because, you know, it's so important not to compare yourself with anybody else. Really to understand that you're on that very unique journey. You have your unique gifts. So understanding that not everybody can go on to mediumship. Some people will just stop at a certain level. Perhaps you want to go on to do healing, or whatever it is, or you're just doing it for your own inner development. Finding your purpose and your reason why you're doing this, why you are on this journey as well, is so vital. So as we start to expand our space, start to power up our energy centers that we've already connected, activated through the psychic development, we now start to really power up to connect with the spirit world. And that is such a beautiful journey as well. So these are the 5 steps. So the first one is your inner self development. The second one, you're looking at the mechanics, understanding the foundation, why you're doing something, how it's working for you. Then we look at the psychic awareness, so starting to become more aware of your inner self and energy and etc. Then we look at the psychic development, so we're starting to really have fun with working with tools, and then it's blending with spirit and opening up to the communication of the spirit world, which is not up there or down there, it's all around us. We learn here how to attune to the spirit world, to really open up our centers so that we can be the little antenna that is receiving the messages from the spirit world. And what a beautiful thing to be able to achieve.